What's up, inflatable enthusiast here, and today's review is on the Gemmy 2001 8-foot tall inflatable ghost. So this was an unexpected inflatable for me. I was never supposed to get this one. I had no plans for it in my display, but I wanted to. So for those of you who have seen my Christmas display, or have seen, well, yeah, those of you who've seen my Christmas display or some of my other display videos, you'll know that my grandparents live literally right next to me. This is their house right here, this white house. And actually, I'm not going to show you because I'll spoil like half of my display, but my house is literally right over there. I live right next to them. So what I like to do for my displays is I like to basically just combine them. I like to put them, I put some of my inflatables in her yard, and I put like some of her decorations out, and I basically connect both of our houses into one display. So, but I wanted to do sort of like a theme for her house this year, my grandma's house. I wanted to put, mostly older inflatables in her yard. And I wanted a pretty decently sized one to go right here. But I didn't know, like which one to get. But I had actually been watching this for a while on eBay, and it looked like it was in great shape. And this is like literally one of, if not like the oldest Gemmy Halloween inflatable, which I thought was super cool because it was still in great shape. So you'll see in my display video which other inflatables I have in her yard, but basically I decorated her yard with like vintage decorations and like older decorations. Like I'll show you, I have this blow mold ghost here. That's also why I got this guy to go with it, because I thought they would look pretty good next to each other, and they do. So I think I can't remember what I paid for this. I paid probably about $100. I don't remember. But it wasn't, actually, I think I paid a little bit. I think I paid closer to $130. So it wasn't super expensive. But I just thought it was so cool, just like the age of it. This is 21 years old. Like I said, one of, if not the oldest Gemmy inflatable they've ever made. And I just thought that was really cool. And I wanted to have something in my display that was really old. And I really did like the design of it because it looks vintage. Like you'll see the face, especially the face of the ghost, because that's really the only detailing on it. I love the design for the face. They made it look super vintage, super like old-fashioned, and I love vintage decorations. So even though this decoration itself is only 20 years old, it looks like it's much older the way they made the design. So yeah, anyways, without further ado, I'll go turn this on. We'll inflate it. I'll just turn the timer on. So, actually, really quick before I inflate it, oops, I just want to show you guys the fan on this, because this is the original Gemmy base fan. It's going to be a little hard for me to show because I'm going to have to move the fabric and probably unclip it from the fan. But if I could get this clip off. Okay, that clip is literally stuck on for some reason, but I'll try to stick my camera under there and show you guys. So as you can see, it's the circular shaped base fan with the three super long metal legs, which I thought was really cool as well. If you've seen my not my Halloween, if you've seen my video on my Christmas display or my video on that inflatable, I also have the 2001 snowman. That guy actually did wear out a little bit since then, so I'm not going to use him again this year, but that was my oldest inflatable in my Christmas display, and it also has the same fan. So this was like the first fan they ever used, and they only used this, I believe, in 2001. I think they got rid of it in 2002 and started using the four-legged ones. But yeah, these like super long legs are just friction fit into the fan. They come completely detached, and you just kind of push it into a little hole and it stays in there. These also didn't have any holes in the base fan feet, so I had to put the stakes for them like around it, but you can see it holds it in pretty good. So anyways, now I'll inflate it. As you can see, well, you will see in the inflation, he does inflate on his own. He stands up on his own, and he actually inflates pretty tightly, which is good. I don't think there's really any point in showing you the fan. It's just like a really old, tall looking fan. So yeah, he doesn't take super long. He probably takes about 30 seconds to inflate completely. The wind is kind of blowing right now, so I apologize for that. Yeah, as you can see, he is pretty dirty. I bought him dirty, and I was kind of fine with that because, you know, it's inflatable. It gets used outside. It's going to be dirty. And it's all white, too, so that just makes it even worse. But only be another second here. The wind, I'm sorry, I apologize for the wind. It is kind of blowing on him pretty bad right now. But, yeah, now he's done. So, yeah, he only takes about 30 seconds to inflate, I'd say. You know, he stands 8 feet tall. Very cool design. He's been getting these weird, like, centipede looking bugs on him. I have to knock these guys off literally every single day. They're disgusting. But yeah, as you can see, he is pretty dirty, but I love the design, like especially the facial design. Super vintage looking, super cool. It's another one of these things right there. But yeah, as you can see, he inflates very tight. He doesn't stand up on his own unless he's staked down, but that's because, as you can see, the bottom is so small and the top is so big. I know he's supposed to stand up on his own. At least I think he is. But, you know, once he's staked down, he's fine. He gets up on his own every day. He has barely any problems in the wind, so I should get multiple years out of this guy, which is great. Because unfortunately, like I said, I only got 1 year out of the 2001 Snowman I had, and I put a YEF 200 in that guy. This guy works perfectly fine with the fan he comes with, so even if he starts to wear out somehow, I can just stick a bigger one in him, so it's fine. Yeah, as you can see, he has his 2 arms that go out sort of like in that shape. The only other inflatable I'm aware of they did that for was that 2001 Frankenstein, or he might have been 2002, I'm not 100% sure. But that is like basically the counterpart for this inflatable. I do plan on maybe getting that one too, but I think that one's a little bit more common than this one is. So yeah, he has 3 tether loops. He has the metal ring ones. It's also stitched differently too, which is interesting. But yeah, he has one there, one on his back, and then the other one on the other side. So yeah, I'll hit him a little bit. He wobbles a little bit in the wind, but he's held up really good. And the zipper's right here for some reason, which is a very strange spot, but I guess I'll show you the fan. Okay, I can't get the zipper open. I'll cut back when it's open. Okay, I got it open a little bit. That's what it looks like right there. That's the circular base. So yeah, definitely very interesting, very cool. I just lost my hat. Anyways, yeah, so it's a pretty simple design. I think he has 6 C7s in him. He's got 3 in his body, 1 in his head, and 1 in each of his hands. His hands stay up perfectly fine as well, which is good because that's usually the sign of one of these thinning, is these arms don't stay standing, but his still work great. So yeah, other than that, very simple design. So the box didn't come with this, unfortunately, so I can't show you that. But the box it looks pretty cool, and I do wish it did come with it, but you know, I'm just glad I got this in good condition. So yeah, anyways, I'll go cut to the night view. So yeah. Okay, so here he is in the dark, and as you can see, he lights up very, very good. One of the brightest inflatables in my display, actually. On camera, he looks a little bit more like a bright white color, but in person, he's kind of like a yellowish white, because of the color that the C7 gives off. But he lights up amazing, you know. I definitely think it's a good choice that they put lights in each of his hands, because that just makes him look even better. So yeah, overall, great inflatable. I love this one. If you're looking for like a vintage or older Gemmy inflatable or vintage looking decoration, this is definitely a good buy. I love the design of this. Like I said, he looks super vintage. You know, the facial design and everything looks awesome. The moon is also a full moon tonight. It looks amazing. Doesn't pick it up good on the camera, but yeah. So, I mean, like I said, I can't recommend this one because it's not like a new inflatable. But if you're looking for this, I definitely think it's a good one. So, yeah, I'll just do like a full 360 walk around, I guess. His head caves in a little bit at the top. I forgot to mention that. That's just because of the light string. I think it's because it's a little too heavy or something's tied up. I don't know. But I fiddled around with it a little bit and I can't figure out what's wrong. But it's only in the back. So, like I said, super tight inflation. I couldn't find any thin spots anywhere on this guy. So, yeah. Anyways, that'll do it for this review. I'm the Inflatable Enthusiast, and I'll see you guys next time.